The kitchen that refused modern techniques. While others raced forward, this one deliberately stood still. No gadgets, no shortcuts, no apologies. This story matters now because progress is often treated as obligation. New tools arrive, and adoption feels inevitable. But there are moments when restraint becomes the most radical choice. To understand how one kitchen refused modern techniques and still reshaped expectations, we need to return to a place where innovation meant remembering, not upgrading. Because today, the same pressure to modernize defines nearly every craft. The kitchen was built on limits. No temperature-controlled equipment, no precision machines, no digital timers. Fire, steel, and instinct did all the work. Not out of nostalgia, but philosophy. The chef believed technique should extend the hand, not replace it. Machines promised consistency, but at the cost of attention. He wanted cooks present, not assisted. At first, the decision felt impractical. Prep took longer. Margins tightened. Mistakes were harder to correct. Competitors questioned the logic openly. Why hand decap yourself intentionally? But something unusual happened. The food gained character. Variations emerged naturally. No two services felt identical. The kitchen learned to listen instead of calculate. Young cooks struggled most. Accustomed to precision tools, they had to relearn basics. Touch replaced measurement. Sound replaced screens. Failure became teacher again. Guests noticed a difference without understanding it. The food felt alive, less controlled, more responsive. Some loved it immediately. Others found it unsettling. Critics debated authenticity. Was this regression or resistance? The kitchen offered no explanation. It simply continued. Because refusing modern techniques was not about rejecting progress. It was about redefining it. And that conviction would soon face a test it could not ignore. The test arrived through comparison. A neighboring restaurant opened with every modern advantage. Precision equipment, automated controls. Perfect consistency promised nightly. Critics praised efficiency. Guests admired polish. The contrast sharpened expectations. Why tolerate variation when perfection was available elsewhere? Why accept unpredictability when machines could guarantee results? Inside the traditional kitchen, doubts surfaced quietly. Services ran long. Temperatures fluctuated. Cooks missed the safety net they had been trained to rely on. The work demanded constant attention, and attention exhausted quickly. The chef held firm. He reminded the team that ease was not the goal. Presence was. Every mistake taught something a machine could not. Every success felt earned, not optimized. Pressure intensified as reviews compared the two spaces directly. One was described as flawless, the other as human. Guests chose sides without realizing it. Some left disappointed. Others returned more often. They began asking questions. Why does this taste different each time? Why does it feel warmer? The answers were never technical. They were experiential. Behind the scenes, the kitchen grew stronger. Cooks learned to adapt in real time. They sensed heat changes. They adjusted by feel. They stopped chasing replication and started chasing understanding. Still, the industry remained skeptical. Modern techniques were framed as inevitability. Resistance looked like stubbornness. The kitchen was labeled an outlier, even a relic. Then came the unexpected moment, a service where power failed across the block. Modern kitchens shut down instantly. This one continued. Fire burned. Knives cut. Service slowed, but never stopped. That night crystallized everything. Technology had optimized speed. This kitchen had preserved resilience. And the story moved toward its most revealing phase. The power outage became legend, not because of heroics, but because of contrast. While neighboring kitchens closed their doors, this one adjusted. Candles appeared. Prep shifted. Heat was managed by instinct instead of screens. Guests noticed immediately. The atmosphere softened. The meal slowed. What could have been inconvenience became intimacy. The kitchen worked closer together, communicating through glance and motion. The chef realized something essential that night. Modern techniques had taught cooks to depend on systems. This kitchen had taught them to depend on each other. In the weeks that followed, the story spread. not as criticism of technology, but as a reminder. Chefs visited to watch hands, not machines. Young cooks asked the stage, curious about a world without safeguards. Still, resistance remained strong. Purists accused the kitchen of romanticizing struggle. Technologists dismissed it as inefficient. Both missed the point. The refusal was never absolute. The kitchen did not reject progress. It rejected substitution. Tools were allowed if they deepened awareness, removed if they replaced it. Menus evolved slowly. Techniques refined over repetition, not update. The food grew quieter, but more expressive. Each plate carried the imprint of the person who made it, not the system that enabled it. The kitchen became known for inconsistency that felt intentional. Guests accepted variation as part of the experience. Trust replaced expectation. And with that trust, the kitchen reached a turning point. It was no longer defending its choice. It was embodying it. The final question now lingered. What does progress look like when attention is the metric? The answer revealed itself over time, not through validation, but through continuity. The kitchen did not grow faster. It grew steadier. Cooks stayed longer. Skills deepened. Mistakes became rarer. Not because systems improved, but because awareness did. The work demanded presence, and presence rewarded patience. Guests returned without asking what was new. They asked who was cooking tonight. That shift mattered. The experience became relational, not replicable. Other kitchens borrowed selectively, not abandoning technology, but reconsidering dependence. Tools returned to their place as support, not authority. Craft regained visibility. The kitchen never claimed superiority. It never argued its case. It simply proved that attention could outperform automation in moments that mattered most. Today, as every industry races toward efficiency, this story offers a quiet alternative. Progress does not always move forward. Sometimes it moves deeper by refusing modern techniques. The kitchen did not slow down. It recentered, and in doing so, it reminded us of something easy to forget. The most advanced tool we have is still human presence. What the traditional kitchen also produced was a specific kind of mastery that modern technique tends to bypass. Modern culinary tools are largely designed to remove variables, to make outcomes more predictable, to allow a line cook with 6 months of experience to produce results that once required years. That is genuinely valuable. It democratizes quality. It allows restaurants to scale. It reduces the brutal toll that inconsistency takes on teams and guests alike. But it also removes something. The variable that precision eliminates is not just inconsistency, it is sensitivity. The cook who learns to control heat with a digital probe does not need to develop an ear for how liquid sounds at different temperatures. The cook who manages timing with an alarm does not need to learn a particular smell that signals a dish is approaching its moment. The cook who portions by weight does not need to develop the tactile sensitivity that tells a hand what correct density feels like. These are not trivial skills. They are forms of intelligence, distributed through the body rather than held in the mind. And they produce a kind of cooking that precision cannot replicate. Not because instinctive cooking is always more accurate. It is often less accurate. But because a cook who has developed that sensitivity is present in the food in a way that a cook managing a digital interface is not. The food carries the quality of their attention, their reading of the moment, their adjustment to the particular state of the ingredients on that particular day. That quality of attention is what guests were responding to when they said the traditional kitchen's food felt alive, not sentimentality. The literal presence of a human sensory judgment in every plate. In a world of optimized food, that presence is increasingly rare, which is why, counterintuitively, the kitchen that refused to optimize produced food that felt more valuable, not despite its inefficiency, because of it, because the inefficiency was where the attention lived. And attention is still, in the end, the most honest ingredient any kitchen can offer. The most advanced tool we have is still human presence. That sentence appeared earlier in this story. It bears repeating, because we spend so much energy building systems to replace presence that we risk forgetting what presence was providing all along, not just execution. Care, and care, in food as in most things, is not a variable that can be optimized away. without losing something that no amount of precision can restore. The kitchen